In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a simple toggle switch component with variants in Figma. We'll be building a clean, capsule-shaped toggle background with a small circle inside it, and then turning that design into an interactive style component by creating a second visual state. This is a great technique to know because toggle switches are very common in user interface design, and setting them up properly as components can save you a lot of time later. To begin, draw a capsule-shaped background. This will act as the outer body of the toggle. Make sure it has that rounded, pill-like appearance so it instantly reads as a switch. Then, place a small circle inside the capsule on the left side. This circle represents the toggle handle, and positioning it on the left gives us the default inactive look. Once the basic shape is in place, select the whole toggle and click Create Component. Turning it into a component is important because it lets you reuse the switch throughout your design while keeping everything consistent. If you need to update the style later, working with components makes that process much easier. After that, go over to the right side property panel and click Add Variant. This will duplicate your original component and create a second version of it. Variants are useful because they allow you to store multiple states of the same element in one organized component set. In this case, we're creating the two most common states of a toggle, off and on. Now, in the duplicated variant, slide the inner circle all the way to the far right side of the capsule. This movement visually communicates that the switch has been turned on. Then change the background color of the capsule to an active color. Choose a color that clearly contrasts with the inactive state so users can quickly recognize the difference. The combination of the handle moving to the right and the background changing color creates a familiar, intuitive toggle behavior. And that's it. You now have a basic toggle switch component with two variants, an inactive version and an active version. When naming or organizing these variants, it's helpful to keep the states clear so they're easy to use later in your project. This small setup is simple, but it's a strong foundation for building polished, reusable interface elements in Figma.